All right. So let April be a month for a free month for everyone. Okay. And also we are also planning to conduct some kind of vacation classes or something. Okay. That will be basically like this, conducted weekly one day. Okay. So we are yet to plan whether to start that on Saturdays or Sundays. Mostly it will be on Sundays only because we want the maximum number of students to engage in the meeting. Okay. So you will be attending some beneficial classes only. Okay, so I will let you know the details soon. That is by the end of this month, I will share the details in the group. So those who are interested can just give your name. We will also create a new group for that. Okay, so basically we will be handling some simple topics like how to improve your public speaking skills, then some basic financial literacy. Financial literacy means something that you can do in a very young age to start saving money. Okay. Then similarly, how to improve your reading habit, how to improve your reading and writing skills. Okay, that is related to English only again. And then we will focus on how to prepare for interviews. Okay, so interview, I think students who are in grade 10 or above can attend that. But even it's okay, even if you are in grade 8 or grade 9, that is also fine. You can just understand what is meant by an interview, how to attend an interview, all these things. Likewise, we are planning 5 to 6 sessions like that. Okay, so each topic will require 2 days. அந்த மாதிரி ஸோ டோட்டலி ஒரு 5 டாபிக்ஸ் சூஸ் பண்ணினோம்னா ஈச் டாபிக் 2 days வச்சு பார்க்கும்போது 10 classes. So that is what we are planning in the month of April. So maybe we can have like this, Saturday 1 hour and Sunday 1 hour, or both the hours on the same day, 2 hours on Sunday. அந்த மாதிரி. Okay. Anyways, we will finalize it by May. I'm sorry, we will finalize it by this month end, by March end. Okay, so yeah, Kavini has joined after a long time. Hi, Kavini, how are you? Yeah, where were you these many days? Not to be seen for a long time. Your voice is breaking. I can't hear anything properly. Yes, yes, yeah, now it's better. Yeah, please tell me.
I attend that, so I didn't I attend this class, ma'am.
Sorry, what was the reason? புரியல என்ன reason என்னது?
மிஸ் நான் ஸ்கூல்ல NMMS கிளாஸ் வச்சாங்க.
Okay. Now I got it. Okay, you had NMMS classes. Okay, so did you write the exam? NMMS exam?
எஸ் மேம்.
Okay, so how was the test? Was it easy?
எஸ் மேம் ஈஸி.
Very good, very good. Okay, so I think now you can attend today's class and the class on next Sunday. Okay, so that is what I was discussing with the other students. We will be having a break in April. In April, you will not be having this communicative English class, but we will again restart it in the month of May. Okay, so as you already know, you have been attending these classes since the last 2 years, right? So definitely you will know that April we will take a break and we will resume in May. Okay. Yes,
ஓகே மேம்.
students. So fine. Okay. So today we are going to handle one of the most interesting topics in English grammar. So which we will be handling today and in the next class also. This is the last topic for our communicative English class. That is active voice and passive voice. So how many of you are aware of this topic? Have you heard of this topic anywhere? Active voice and passive voice. If you have heard about it, you can just raise your hand. If not, then fine. Okay, fine. So only Soundarya is aware of them. So Kavini must also be aware because she is also in grade 8 only. Active voice and passive voice is an important topic right from 8th standard. In some schools, you will learn it from 9th. Yeah, Rakshan, yes, you will also know that because you are in 9th, 10th. Okay. Anyways, let us see what is meant by this active and passive voice. But before moving to the main topic, what is meant by voice? Let me tell you that voice is not something that we relate with volume. Okay, generally we tell that her voice is sweet, his voice is harsh, the voice of a peacock is very harsh, the voice of a sparrow is very cute, it is very humble, it's very soothing to hear, right? But this voice is not related to the volume or the sound that we actually make. This is something that is related to the change in the form of verb, just like tenses. Tenses, Abdina, we told that tense means time, right? So actually, tense means time, but what is the main thing that we were doing in tenses? What was the main conversion that we did in tenses is we kept on changing the form of the verb from V1 to V2, from V2 to V3, then from V3 to V1 plus ing, right? So we kept on changing the verb form from V1 to next form, then from the V2 to the next form. Likewise, it kept on going. Similarly, voice also refers to the change in form of the verb. Okay, so what is meant by active voice and what is meant by passive voice? How will the verb form change? What is the difference in the forms of the verb? That is what we are going to check. Okay, so first of all, let's see what is meant by voice. Voice refers to the form of a verb that indicates when a subject acts or is the receiver of the action. Okay, so imagine that every sentence begins with a subject, right? Every sentence begins with a subject. And what is the basic pattern of a sentence in English? The basic pattern or basic structure of a sentence?
Yes, we will.
The SVO pattern or the subject verb object pattern. Good. So, according to the SVO pattern, every sentence begins with a subject and ends with an object. If there is no object, then it will end with either an adverb or with a complement. It is not necessary that all the sentences must end with a subject, sorry, which end with an object. Because there are sentences in English which do not have objects as well. So subject is mandatory, verb is mandatory, but object is not compulsory. Of course, there are a lot of sentences without objects in English. Okay, so now what is meant by this voice is voice refers to the form of a verb that indicates when a subject acts or is the receiver of the action. Okay, so we know that in the sentence, let me give you an example. I go to school. Okay, a very simple sentence. I go to school. So in this sentence, you can see that I is the subject, go is the verb, and to school is the object. So actually, who is performing the action here? What is the action? First, you have to identify what is the verb or what is the action. Definitely, you will know go is the verb, which is the action verb. Okay. Who is performing this action called go?
She.
In the sentences I go to school,
I.
so I is the subject, and it is actually the subject who is performing the action, isn't it? It is the subject who is performing the action. Similarly, if I tell he walks every day. Again, you can see walks is the verb, and who is performing this verb or who is performing this action? Coming to the now subject part, that is the noun or the pronoun he.
He.
He is a pronoun here. Yes. So subjects can be either nouns or pronouns. So here the subject is he, which is a pronoun. Okay. So we understand that usually in the regular sentences that we speak or that we listen or that we read or write, it is the subject that performs the action in a sentence. Subject தான் வந்து ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ்ல என்ன ஆக்ஷன் இருக்கோ அந்த ஆக்ஷனை பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணக்கூடிய பர்சன். But there are also cases where the subject becomes the receiver of the action. What is meant by receiving the action? That is what you should know now. Receiving the action means, okay, the pattern of the sentence is standard sentences, subject, verb, object. This is the structure or the standard pattern of a sentence in English. Instead of writing SVO, if I convert this structure into OVS, that is object, verb, subject. So what is happening here? Object comes in the first part of the sentence, then the verb comes, followed by the subject. So first la இருந்த subject last la போயிடுத்து, last la இருந்த object first la வந்திருக்கு. Verb will be static. Verb position is not changing. It will be in the middle only. Okay. So here we can say that the subject is receiving the action. The subject is receiving the action. So we call the subject as the receiver of the action. Earlier it was the performer of the action. Now it is the receiver of the action. முதல்ல subject வந்து perform பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தது action it was doing, it was performing the action. So it was called the performer, and now it has become the receiver of the action. So let us see the second sentence. When the subject performs the action, then it is in the active voice. And when the subject receives the action, it is in the passive voice. So now we discussed there are two different cases where the subject can either perform an action or the subject can receive an action. Whenever the subject is performing an action, it is called an active voice sentence. Whereas if the subject becomes the receiver of an action, then it is called the passive voice of the sentence. Okay. So now, how to understand whether a sentence is in active voice or passive voice? What is active voice? What is passive voice? பார்த்தாச்சு. Structure of a sentence பார்த்தாச்சு. Active voice na structure எப்படி இருக்கும்? Passive voice na எப்படி இருக்கும்? அதுவும் பார்த்தாச்சு. If it is an active voice, then the pattern will be SVO. If it is passive voice, it will be OVS. And the subject will be the receiver of the action. Okay. Now, how to identify by looking at a sentence, whether it is in active voice or passive voice? Okay, there is an example here. In active voice, I'm telling, he loves me. He loves me. அவன் என்ன விரும்புறான்? He loves me. In passive voice, I'm telling, I am loved by him. I am loved by him. So what is happening here? In active, you can see, first let us identify the subject, verb and object in the active voice. Yes, Soundarya, can you identify the subject, verb and object in the active?
He is the subject, ma'am, and me is the object in
Okay,
active voice.
Okay, and what is the verb in that active voice?
Loves is the verb in the active voice, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So in the active voice sentence, you can see he is the subject, loves is the verb, and me is the object. Loves அப்படிங்கிறது தான் action. Who is performing that action? The subject. The subject is performing the action. He அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த subject தான் loves அப்படிங்கிற action perform பண்றது. And who is receiving the action here? Object. Me தான் வந்து இங்க object receive object வந்து இங்க வந்து object me அப்படிங்கிறதுனால object தான் வந்து இங்க இந்த action receive பண்றது. He loves me. Okay, so he is the subject, performer of the action. Me is the object, receiver of the action. இது வந்து normal caseல subject, verb, object ன்னு எழுதக்கூடிய sentence. எந்த ஒரு sentenceமே subject, verb, object அப்படின்னு ஒரு patternல எழுதினோம்னா the subject will be the performer and object will be the receiver. No change in this declaration. No change in this statement. Okay, he loves me. It is in the active voice where the subject is the performer of the action and object is the receiver of the action. முதல்ல இந்த ஒரு concept clear இருக்கணும். Okay, now coming to passive voice. Passive என்ன ஆகிறது? The pattern itself is changing into OVS pattern. Instead of SVO, it has become OVS. So OVS அப்படிங்கும்போது object ஆன me subject ஓட positionல வருது. So definitely we cannot start a sentence with me. Can we begin a sentence with me in English? Me அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நமக்கு ஒரு sentence start பண்ண முடியாது. Because it is an objective pronoun. Object ஓட placeல தான் me அப்படிங்கிற word use பண்ண முடியும். So you have to convert it into a subjective pronoun, that is I. Do you remember subjective pronouns and objective pronouns? படிச்சிருக்கோம். I, me, you.
Yes, ma'am.
He, his, sorry, he, him, her, she, her. Okay, there is an order for that. I, me, you, they, them, we, us, he, him, she, her, and it. Okay, this is the order of subjective and objective pronouns. Okay, so in the passive voice, you can see the me அப்படிங்கறத subject க்கு கொண்டு வரணும்னா you should convert it into a subjective pronoun. Naturally, it becomes I. Okay, so I'm telling I am loved by him. So that he அப்படிங்கிற subject வந்து இங்க him அப்படிங்கிற object மாறிடுது. He வந்து subjectல வைக்கும்போது he, objectல வைக்கும்போது ஒரு sentence எப்பவுமே heல முடியாது. himல தான் முடியும். ஏன்னா it is an objective pronoun. அதனால. So I am loved by him. So what is happening here? Here in this sentence, the subject becomes the receiver of the action and the object becomes the performer of the action. There ulta, reverse ஆயிடுது. So in the passive sentence, you can see, I am loved by him. So this action is actually conducted by the subject only. Action எப்பவுமே subject தான் conduct பண்ணும். அதுல change கிடையாது. Perform subject தான் வந்து எப்பவுமே actions perform பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரே ஆளு. And objects தான் எப்பவுமே வந்து actions receive பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரே ஆளு. But when you are changing it into passive from active voice, the order of the sentence changes. The structure of the sentence becomes ulta, reverse ஆயிடுது. SVO becomes OVS. So here what happens? Here the subject of the active voice sentence is he, the verb is loves, and the object is me. Whereas the subject of the passive voice sentence is I, the verb is am loved, and the object is him. Okay. இப்போ இங்க என்ன ஆகுறது? Subject objectோட பொசிஷன்லயும் object subjectோட பொசிஷன்லயும் வந்தது. But let me ask you one question. He loves me அப்படினாலும் I am loved by him அப்படினாலும் does the meaning change in these two sentences? Is there any change in the meaning?
No, ma'am. Only the tenses got changed.
Actually, yeah, only the tense, or we can tell that the voice has got changed. Right. It's not the tense. We are talking about voice here. So the voice alone is changed here. So he loves me அப்படினாலும் I am loved by him அப்படினாலும் the meaning remains the same. ஒரு சேஞ்சும் இல்லை. The subject தான் எப்பவுமே action perform பண்ணும், objects தான் actions receive பண்ணும். ஆனா இங்க நம்ம ஆக்டிவ்ல இருந்து பாசிவ்க்கு கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி காமிக்கும் போது அந்த ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல ஒரு சேஞ்ச் வருது. சப்ஜெக்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்டோட பொசிஷன்லயும் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் சப்ஜெக்டோட பொசிஷன்லயும் போறது. அப்போ we feel ஓ ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ரிசீவ் பண்ணி சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து என்ன சொல்றது, நம்ம ப்ரீவியஸா என்ன சொன்னோம், சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும், ஆப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து ஆக்ஷனை ரிசீவ் பண்ணும் சொன்னோம். பட் ஹியர் இட் appears to be like the object performs the action and the subject receives the action ஓட நமக்கு தோணும். But no, actually who is performing the action? The subject only is performing the action and the object only is receiving the action. But when the structure of the sentence is changed, we slightly get confused. Oh, what happens here? இங்க SVO, OVS ஆகும்போது என்ன ஏதோ பெரிய ஒரு சேஞ்ச் வர மாதிரி நமக்கு தோணும். But actually there is no change happening at all. You are only changing the structure and the form of writing the sentence. That's it. Okay. So this is the difference between an active voice and passive voice. Okay. So a very common example which I have taken here. Most of you here would have learned Ramayana, right? Most of you here will know that. Okay. So in the active voice you can see Ram killed Ravana. Right? Ram killed Ravana in the Ramayana epic. So now I want to convert this into passive voice. Before moving to that, let us find out the subject, verb and object in the active voice. Yes, Rakshan, what is the subject, verb and object here?
Ram is subject, killed is verb, Ravana is object.
Okay, Ram is the subject, killed is the verb and Ravana is the object. Now I want to change the sentence into passive voice provided the meaning should not change. Provided the meaning of the sentence should not change, but I should change the form from active to passive. Meaning மாறக்கூடாது. எந்த காரணத்தாலும் meaning of the sentence மாறக்கூடாது. Ravana killed Ramna ஆகக்கூடாது. Ram killed Ravana தான், but passive க்கு convert பண்ணணும். So I can write it as Ravana was killed by Ram. Ravana was killed by Ram. So what happens? First activeல சொல்லும்போது ராமன் ராவணனை வதித்தான் அப்படின்னு வருது. பாசிவ்ல நான் சொல்லும்போது எப்படி வருது? ராவணன் ராமனால் வதிக்கப்பட்டான். Is there any change in the meaning again?
No, ma'am.
No change at all. I am telling the same thing only, but in two different voices. One is in active and the other one is in passive. So what is the change that is taking place? Not one change. Actually, there are three changes happening. The first thing, SVO becomes OVS. Then the second thing, in the active voice, we had killed as the verb, but in the passive voice, we are having was killed. So was is also a verb, killed is also a verb. Was killed அப்படின்னு வருது. And the third change is by அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு preposition நம்ம add பண்ணிக்கிறோம். In all the passive voice sentences, you will have this preposition by. By அப்படிங்கிற preposition எல்லா passive sentencesலயும் வரும். So you will learn the rules of writing passive voice sentences. On the time we will discuss that rule. Okay, so this is how active and passive voice are related. The meaning of the sentences will be the same, but only the pattern changes. Okay, SVO changes into OVS. Okay, so
Ma'am,
now
what is the subject and object in the passive voice, ma'am?
subject and object in the passive voice.
Passive voice.
You can see here Ravana is the subject, Ram is the object.
Yes,
Of course,
ma'am.
we have changed it into OVS, right? So OVS அப்படிங்கும்போது here you can see that in fact, see, originally சொல்லப்போனா Ravana is the object and Ram is the subject. அது நமக்கு தெரியும். SVO OVS நம்ம மாத்தும் போது O first வருது, அப்புறம் Ram அப்படிங்கிற subject வருது. But இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கேஸ்ல find the subject அப்படின்னு கேட்டதுன்னா ராவணா தான் நீங்க சப்ஜெக்டா நம்ம எடுக்க முடியும். Because we have studied that it is the subject that always comes in the beginning of a sentence. அப்படின்னு நம்ம படிச்சது நமக்கு we cannot change it. So here you can consider Ravana as the subject and Ram as the object. But in fact, we know that Ram is the subject and Ravana is the object. So you can, whenever question comes like that, what is the structure, what is the subject in the sentence, Ravana was killed by Ram? அப்படின்னு ஒரு question வந்ததுன்னா, you can tell, according to the rules of passive voice, Ravana is the subject, but according to the proper order of a sentence, Ram is the subject and Ravana is the object. Okay, this is the difference. The identification la நம்ம the ரெண்டு differences quote பண்ணணும். So that உங்களுக்கும் அந்த concept clear புரிஞ்சிருக்குன்னு வரும். The person who is listening to you will also understand that, okay, this is the change that is happening between active and passive voice. Alright. Now let's see. Again, I have taken the first example. He loves me and I am loved by him. So here you can see the subject of the active voice example is he. The verb is love and the object is me. The subject of the passive voice sentence is I. The verb is am loved and the object is him. So the active sentence subject becomes the passive sentence object. The components of both the statements are same. Components na இங்க மீன் பண்றது ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ்ல இன்வால்வ் ஆகக்கூடிய பர்சன்ஸ் யாரெல்லாம், அந்த காம்போனன்ட்ஸ்ல சேஞ்ச் இல்ல. சப்ஜெக்ட் ரெண்டுலயும் வருது, ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ரெண்டுலயும் வருது, வேர்பும் ரெண்டுலயும் வருது. So the components of both the statements are same, but the structure differs. Passive sentences describe what happens to the person or object that receives the action, whereas active phrases describe what happens to the person who performs the activity. இப்ப புரிஞ்சிருக்கும் நினைக்கிறேன். In active voice, we will focus more on the performer of the action, that is the subject. Whereas in passive voice, we will focus more on the receiver of the action, that is the object. இப்ப நம்ம வந்து passive voiceல objectக்கு importance ஜாஸ்தி கொடுக்கறோம் சப்ஜெக்டை விட. அதனாலதான் object first எழுதி அப்புறம் லாஸ்ட்ல subject எழுதுறோம் passiveல மட்டும். Not in active, passiveல. Alright? Yes. Now you can see here. What is the structure of active and passive voice? Active voice describes a sentence where the subject is the doer of an action. Doer means performer of an action. And its structure goes like this: subject plus verb plus object. Passive voice expresses an action that is carried out by the subject, or we can tell that is carried out on the subject of the sentence. And its structure is object plus verb plus subject. So now let's explore some examples of active and passive voice. Okay. So here are some simple examples. Yeah, let me call Santoshi. You can read the first example. That is the active and passive. First one.
They will do the work. Their work will be done by them.
Okay. They will do the work. This is an active voice. They will do the work. So how to convert it in passive? Let's see. They will do the work. So first you should identify the subject, verb and object in this sentence. Okay. What is the subject in the sentence? They will do the work.
They
They. Okay. What is the verb?
will do
Will do. And what is the object?
the work.
Okay, they will do the work. Okay, so here the subject is they and object is the work. So naturally, passive voice start பண்ணும்போது you should begin with the work. Object வச்சு start பண்ணு. The work will be done by them. அப்ப தேங்கிற சப்ஜெக்ட் லாஸ்ட்க்கு போகும்போது them அப்படின்னு மாறுறது. அதாவது subjective pronoun becomes objective pronoun. ஓகே எதுவுமே வந்து ஒரு பொசிஷன்ல இந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கணும்னா இந்த ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ரூல் இருக்கு. A sentence can start with they but we cannot end it with they. அதே மாதிரி ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் எண்ட் பண்ணும்போது themன்னு எழுதலாம். ஆனா பிகினிங்ல themன்னு எழுதி நமக்கு ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் ஃபார்ம் பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே so they will do the work is changed into the work will be done by them. அப்ப இதுல வந்து இந்த the work them அது புரிஞ்சுது. நான் சொன்னேன் by preposition எப்பவுமே வந்து லாஸ்ட் அந்த passive voiceல லாஸ்ட் இந்த சப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி இல்லைன்னா ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி அந்த by வரணும் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லியிருந்தேன். ஓகே வாட் அபவுட் will be done? will do அப்படிங்கிறது will be done அப்படின்னு எப்படி சேஞ்ச் ஆச்சு? இந்த ரூல் நம்ம கொஞ்சம் ஒரு 3-4 ஸ்லைட்ஸ் கூட முடிஞ்சிட்டு we will study that. This is called tense conversion. இங்கதான் வந்து நம்ம டென்ஸை கன்வெர்ட் பண்ண போறோம். ஆக்டிவ் வாய்ஸ்ல இருந்து பாசிவ் வாய்ஸ்க்கு கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணும்போது மெயினா 3 திங்ஸ் தான் நம்ம யூ ஹேவ் டு கீப் இட் இன் மைண்ட். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் subject becomes the object, object becomes the subject. The second thing, you will always use the preposition by before the object in passive voice. And the third rule is the tense of the sentence will change when converting a sentence from active to passive voice. So tense
Ma'am,
change வந்து
is will be done is a future perfect?
will be done. Okay, subject plus will or shall plus be. Sorry, no. Will have plus v3 வந்ததுன்னா தான் future perfect வரும். Subject plus will or shall plus have plus v3 வந்தா it will be future perfect. இங்க will be plus v3 வந்து it is a special case for passive voice alone. அது ஒரு டென்ஸா நமக்கு சொல்ல முடியாது. It is a form created to write passive voice. இது எந்த டென்ஸ்ல அப்படின்னு கேட்டதுன்னா will be அப்படின்னு வர்றது வந்து பேசிக்கலி ஃபியூச்சர் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸ்ல தான் நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். பிகாஸ் சப்ஜெக்ட் பிளஸ் will or shall be பிளஸ் v1 பிளஸ் ing பிளஸ் ஆப்ஜெக்ட். இங்க v1 பிளஸ் ing இல்ல பட் இருந்தாலும் we consider it as future continuous tense only. Good question. Okay. Yes, so they will do the work changes into the work will be done by them. Okay. The next one, yeah. Kavini, you can read the second one. The active and the passive.
Okay, ma'am. The mother is feeding the baby. The baby is being fed by the mother.
Okay. So the mother is feeding the baby. Okay. So இப்பவே நான் உங்களுக்கு அந்த டென்ஸ் கூட இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணி கொடுக்கறேன். சின்ன ஒரு அளவுக்கு you can try to understand it. First caseல they will do the work. இது எந்த டென்ஸ்ல இருக்கு? Can you identify? They will do the work.
Future tense.
Futureல எந்த first category எது?
Simple future.
Simple future tense la irukku. Okay, they will do the work as in simple future tense. So simple future got converted into future continuous. Partially future continuous ah irukku passive. Okay, if a second one, the mother is feeding the baby. What tense is this? Kavini, are you aware of that? Do you know what tense it is? Present tense. Present tense la எந்த type?
Present continuous.
Very good. Present continuous tense. The mother is feeding the baby. Present continuous tense. Right now பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிற விஷயங்களை தான் வந்து நம்ம present continuous tenseல express பண்றோம். For example, I am teaching you. அப்ப அது presentல continuous பண்ற actions. Okay. Now I am converting it into passive. இதுல you can see the subject is the mother, object is the baby. இல்லையா? அப்போ நான் passive convert பண்ணும்போது the sentence should start with the baby. So the baby is being fed by the mother. Okay, the baby is being fed by the mother. The mother வந்து லாஸ்ட்ல வருது. ஓகே, இங்க வந்து is feeding அப்படிங்கிறது is being fed அப்படின்னு ஆகுது. சோ இது வந்து இது ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் டென்ஸா நமக்கு இதை நேம் பண்ண முடியாது. இப்படி ஒரு டென்ஸ் நம்ம படிக்கல. சப்ஜெக்ட் பிளஸ் is பிளஸ் being பிளஸ் v3 அப்படின்னு நம்ம ஒரு டென்ஸ் நம்ம படிக்கல. So this is a specific case where we use it only to write passive sentences. The baby is being fed by the mother. The being அப்ப எப்ப வருதுன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா present continuous passive க்கு convert பண்ணும்போது இல்லைன்னா past continuous பண்ணும்போதும் உங்களுக்கு வரும். That you will check in the next sentence. The baby is being fed by the mother. அப்ப அங்க வந்து is வருது, being வருது, ஒரு fed. Fed அப்படிங்கிறது என்னது v3 form. Even v2 is also fed only. Feed, fed தான். But நம்ம இங்க v3 தான் அதை கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம். Okay, so the baby plus baby singular ஆனதுனால is. Feeding அப்படிங்கிறது it changes into being fed. Being plus v3 by the mother. Alright, now moving to the third one. Lakshana, please read the sentence.
I was washing the clothes. The clothes were being washed by me.
Very good. So I was washing the clothes. Okay, so let us see what are the subjects and objects. I is the subject, the clothes is the object. So I should start the sentence in passive with the clothes. The clothes, okay, the clothes அப்படிங்கிறது plural இல்லையா? Clothes. So அங்க வந்து is வராது, was வராது, were தான் வரும். Were. ஏன்னா உங்க ப்ரீவியஸ் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ல the mother is feeding the baby ன்னு இருந்தது. அது present continuously இருந்தது. I was washing the clothes. இது எந்த டென்ஸ்ல வருது?
Past continuous.
Yes, exactly. Past continuous tenseல வருது. அப்போ past continuous tenseல எழுதும்போது the clothes were அப்படின்னு தான் வரும். The clothes are-னு வராது. The clothes were. The clothes were again அந்த being washing அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு பதிலா being plus v3 washed. The clothes were being washed by I இல்ல me. Okay. Okay, so you can see I was washing the clothes. The clothes were being washed by me. Okay, now the fourth one. Yes, Soundarya, you can read the fourth.
Ram delivered the food. Passive, the food was delivered by Ram.
Okay, this is very easy because Ram delivered the food. This is in simple past tense. So simple past tense is converted into simple past tense only. The food was delivered by Ram. அப்ப இங்க the food அப்படிங்கிறது சிங்குலர் ஆனதுனால நம்ம was அப்படின்னு எடுத்துக்கிறோம். The food is delivered by Ramனு வராது, is வராது. ஏன்னா Ram delivered வந்து past tense இல்லையா? Ram delivered the food. Delivered past tense ஆனதுனால the food was delivered by Ram அப்படின்னு. Yes, last one is for Rakshan.
I make tasty food. Tasty food is made by me.
Okay, I make tasty food. Okay, so here the object is tasty food. So you can start the sentence with tasty food. Tasty food is made by me. இங்க எப்படி is வந்தது? Tasty food singular. ஆனா was கூட போடலாமே. Singular ஆனா was is ரெண்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அது அப்ப நம்ம ஏன் is எடுத்தோம் அதுல? Because I make tasty food. அப்படின்னா அது present tenseல இருக்கு. So present tenseல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு active voice sentence passive-க்கு change பண்ணும்போது நான் வந்து present tenseல இருக்கிற ஒரு helping verb தான் அங்க choose பண்ணணும். So tasty food is made by me. இப்போ v3 form எல்லா அதுலயும் வருது. இப்போ ஒரு ரூல் நீங்க பார்த்திருப்பீங்க, observe பண்ணிருப்பீங்க. எல்லா passive voiceலயும் வந்து உங்களுக்கு subject object ஆகுது, object subject ஆகுது. அது first thing. Second வந்து by அப்படிங்கிற preposition அந்த objectக்கு முன்னாடி வருது. Third one, all the passive voices are having one v3 form. Did you identify that? Done, fed, washed, delivered, made. இதெல்லாம் v3 தானே? All are
Yes, ma'am.
V3 forms. So V3 form of the verb has to be used. இதுதான் வந்து third rule. Okay. The three rules இப்ப நம்ம இதோட பார்த்தாச்சு. Now, you can see here, when we transform from active to passive voice, the verb form changes. The two types of verbs are explored. Actually, it's not exploited, it's explored. Okay, it's a typing mistake. I'm sorry. Two types, these two types of verbs, just a minute, I will correct it. Actually, we are exploring the two types of verbs here. Yes, the two types of verbs are explored now. That is the main verbs and auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. An auxiliary verb is usually used in conjunction with the main verb. Conjunction means together. Okay, an auxiliary verb is usually used together with the main verb. And auxiliary verbs such as be verbs, do verbs, and have verbs express the verbs or the sentence, tense or mood. அப்ப நம்ம passive voiceல யூஸ் பண்ற auxiliary verbs எதெல்லாம்னு பார்த்தோம்னா be form verbs இருக்கும், do form verbs இருக்கும், have form verbs இருக்கும். What are the be verbs, do verbs, and have verbs? Do you remember?
Be verbs is, am, are, was, were.
Very good.
Do verbs do, does, did. Have verbs has, have, had.
Excellent, very good. So be form verbs வந்து is, am, are, was, were. இது அஞ்சு தான் நம்ம be form verbs அப்படிம்போம். Do verbs வந்து do, does, did. Have formல has, have, had. So இந்த totally இப்போ 5 plus 3 plus 3 11 words வருது இல்லையா? அப்ப இந்த 11 verbs தான் நம்ம வந்து passive voiceல repeatedly use பண்ணிட்டு வருவோம். Okay. And one thing to note here is that even if the structure of the phrase changes, the exact meaning of the sentence remains the same. It is true, right? நம்ம எவ்வளவுதான் நம்ம ஆக்டிவ் இப்ப எவ்வளவு காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் சென்டென்ஸ் நம்ம ஆக்டிவ் பாசிவ்க்கு சேஞ்ச் பண்ணினாலும் you can see that the meaning of the sentence doesn't change. The meaning remains the same in both the cases. So finally, it's time to look into the rules of conversion from active to passive voice in the next slide. Now we are going to focus on what are the rules of conversion. All right. So there are mainly 5 rules. First 3 rules நம்ம already பார்த்தாச்சு. இருந்தாலும் we will go through one by one. Okay. Yes. Firstly, the subject of the verb in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. Yes, you are already aware of that now. Secondly, it is a thumb rule that passive voice phrases are only in the third form of the verb. Okay, it is a thumb rule that passive voice phrases have only the third form of the verb. Yes, third form of the verb தான் எப்பவுமே passive voice sentencesல வரும். Third form of the verb na main verb ஓட. இப்ப done, gone, come, eat, ate, eaten, அந்த மாதிரி third form of the verb will be used. Then, auxiliary verbs is, am, are, was, were is added before the past participle form of the verb. Okay, is, am, are, was, were அப்படின்னா do form verbs. I'm sorry, be form verbs இல்லையா? இப்போ auxiliary verbs எதெல்லாம் is, am, are, was, were. இந்த be form verbs வந்து 5 பேர்ல யாரா ஒருத்தரை நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? இந்த past participle form இருக்கு இல்லையா? third form of the verb. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அதுல யார வேணும் அப்படிங்கிறது it depends on the case of the sentence. See, here you can see that the work will be done by them. அப்ப இங்க done அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு முன்னால be. be formல be அப்படிங்கிறதும் ஒரு verb தான். be அப்படிங்கிறதும் ஒரு verb தான். is, am, are, was, were இல்லாம be அப்படிங்கிறதும் ஒரு verb. The baby is being fed by the mother. அப்ப fedக்கு முன்னாடி is வருது. Forget that being, is வருது. The clothes were being washed by me. அப்ப அங்க were வருது. The food was delivered by Ram. Was வருது. Tasty food is made by me. Is வருது. அப்ப is, was, were, are, and here you can see I am loved by him. அப்போ lovedங்கிறது past participle V3. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி am வருது. So you can say that any one of the 5 be form verbs will be mandatorily used in passive voice sentences. That is the third rule. Auxiliary verb is, am, are, was, or were. In the 5 be form verbs la ஏதோ ஒண்ணு based on the situation is added before the past participle form of the verb. Past participle na enadhu V3 form or the third form of the verb. Okay. Next. Generally, by is used before the object in passive voice sentences. அது பார்த்தோம் எல்லா சென்டென்சஸ்லயும் அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி பைன்னு வருது. ஓகே. அண்ட் லாஸ்ட் ஒரு ரூல் வந்து இட் இஸ் நாட் அ கம்பல்சரி ரூல், பட் என்னன்னா எல்லா இடத்துலயும் இந்த பையே வரணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. இட்ஸ் நாட் கம்பல்ஷன், இட்ஸ் நாட் அ கம்பல்ஷன். By is often substituted using phrases like known to, surprised by or surprised at, vexed by, amazed by, contained in, annoyed with, tired of, filled with, decorated with, engulfed in, etc. So here you can see, for example, for known to I can tell he is known to me. He is known to me. அப்படின்னா எனக்கு அவனை தெரியும். He is known to me. அதனோட ஆக்டிவ் எப்படி வரும்? I know him. Right? I know him. அப்ப இத பாசிவ்க்கு கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணும்போது தான் he is known to me ன்னு வருது. அப்ப அங்க by அப்படிங்கிற ப்ரிபோசிஷனே வரதில்லை. known toங்கிற ப்ரிபோசிஷன் தான் வருது. அதே மாதிரி surprised by or surprised at. Okay. I was surprised by my brother. அப்படிங்கறத எனக்கு ஆக்டிவ்ல எப்படி சொல்லலாம்? I was surprised by my brother.
My brother surprised me.
Exactly. My brother surprised me. இதைத்தான் நான் கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி I was surprised by my brother or I was surprised at my brother ன்னு சொல்லலாம். Okay. Next is vexed by. Vexed by means basically you are cheated by or you are maybe mocked by something. Okay. I was vexed by my friend. So you can tell my friend vexed me. Okay. Then amazed by. Amazed by is again by varadu. So I'm just skipping that part. Amazed by இப்ப சொல்லலாம் I was amazed by looking at the waterfall. So you can tell the waterfall amazed me. அதுதான் the active voice. Then contained in. Okay, contained in. இதுல இப்போ I can tell the oil is contained in the container. The oil is contained in the container. Appo I can change it into the container contains the oil. The container contains the oil. Then annoyed with. Annoyed with means if you are really irritated by something, if you are really annoyed, you are exhausted with something. Okay, if someone disturbs you, troubles you constantly, you feel annoyed, disturbed. Okay, so you can tell I am annoyed with my colleague. I am annoyed with my colleague. So you can tell my colleague annoys me. My colleague annoys me. Okay, then tired of. Let me tell I am tired of working in the factory. Or let me take some simple example. I am tired of studying today. Okay, I'm tired of studying today. இதை நமக்கு அப்படி சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியுமா? I am tired of studying todayங்கிறது that appears to be only one in the type. Okay, ஒரு டைப் தான் அது வரும். அது பாசிவ்ல தான் வந்து வருது. ஆக்டிவ்க்கு கன்வெர்ட் பண்ண we don't have much scope. Okay, அது மாதிரி filled with. Filled with அப்படிங்கும்போது I can tell the box is filled with books. The box is filled with books. So how can I convert into active? Can you try?
The books are filled in the box.
Yeah, books are filled in the box. Very good. Then the next one is decorated with. Okay. The room is decorated with roses. The room is decorated with roses. So I can tell the roses decorated the room. Okay. The roses decorated the room. And the last one is engulfed in. Engulfed means to totally swallow something. To completely occupy something. Engulfing means to swallow. Okay. So I will tell the active voice. The fire engulfed the building. The fire engulfed the building.
The building was engulfed by the fire.
By the fire or in the fire. Both are correct. The building was engulfed in the fire or engulfed by the fire. So this is just to let you know that by அப்படிங்கிறது எல்லா இடத்துலயும் mandatory-னு கிடையாது. There are also phrases where we can see passive voice sentences written without by, but they will use some other prepositions like to, at, in, with, of, in, etc. Okay. So more examples here. For active, I have given here the fire engulfed the building, and in passive, it is the building was engulfed in or in by the fire. Okay. So one last thing to differentiate between active and passive voice. Okay. Imagine there are two sentences in front of you. You want to differentiate them, which is active and which is passive. To differentiate between active and passive, simply ask the following three questions in your mind. So the first question is, what or who is the subject of the statement? Okay, உங்களுக்கு உங்க முன்னாடி ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு ஐடென்டிஃபை வெதர் இட் இஸ் an active or passive voice அப்படின்னா first ask this question, what is the subject or who is the subject of the statement? You will get an answer. What is the action or verb in the sentence? Second question, இந்த சென்டென்ஸ்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய verb இல்லனா action என்னது? Okay, the third question is more important. Is the subject of the sentence performing the action? This is the most important question. Is the subject of the sentence performing the action? Subject கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு, verbையும் கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு. Third question என்னது? இந்த sentenceல subject தான் action perform பண்றதா? அப்படிங்கறத question நீங்க கேட்டுக்கணும். If the answer to that last question comes to be yes, then the sentence is an active voice. And if not, then the sentence is in passive voice. If the subject performs the action of the sentence, then it is an active voice. And if the subject doesn't perform the action in the sentence, instead of that, if the object comes first in the sentence, then it is in the passive voice. For example, Ram killed Ravana. அப்படிங்கும்போ the subject, what is the subject or who is the subject here?
Ram.
Ram. Okay, what is the action or the verb here?
Killed.
Okay, and is the subject of the sentence performing the action?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what? Yes, so what type of sentence is that?
Active voice.
Exactly, it is an active voice. Now coming to the passive, Ravana was killed by Ram. So what is the subject or who is the subject of the sentence here?
Ravana.
Ravana. Okay, then what is the action or the verb here?
Was killed.
Was killed.
Was killed. Okay, and is the subject of the sentence performing the action?
No.
No.
So therefore, what type of sentence is this?
Passive voice.
Yes, got it. This is how you have to identify an active voice and a passive voice. Very good. Active students, active voice படிக்கும்போது you have to be active. We are energetic today. I'm happy to know that. So now let's take a break. Okay. So now we will just discuss some examples. Active and passive voice form an integral part of English grammar. So practice more to get expertise in its usage. So before that, I will take you to an exercise. Okay, the answers are already given here, but you can simply go through it. Actually, there is one more part. Okay, tense conversion அப்படிங்கிறது கூட இதுல படிக்கணும். That we will discuss in the next class. So now, for the time being, you can go through the different examples. So ஒவ்வொருத்தர் ஒவ்வொன்னு ரீட் பண்ணலாம். Active, passive அப்படி பேரா கொடுத்திருக்கு. I will start with Soundarya. You can read the first pair.
Yes, ma'am. Active. The ball hit me. Passive. I was hit by the ball.
Okay. The ball hit me is an active voice. The ball hit me. So the ball is the subject. Ball தான் வந்து என்ன hit பண்ணிட்டு. ஆனா passiveல I was hit by the ball அப்படின்னு வருது. அப்ப இங்க subject வந்து I, ஆனா hitting வந்து நான் பண்ணல. ball தான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு. So I was affected by that particular action. By that action of the ball. So it is in passive voice. Next one. Erection, you can read the second one.
The bird is eating the crumbs. The crumbs are being eaten by the bird.
So here, the bird is eating the crumbs. This is in present continuous tense. when changing it into passive, you can see the crumbs are being eaten by the bird. So the crumbs அப்படிங்கிறது plural ஆனதுனால you are choosing are, then being continuous tense ஆனதுனால being, eaten வந்து V3 form. So V3 எப்பவுமே ஒரு V3 form வேணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? So the crumbs are being eaten by the bird. Similarly, first caseல the ball hit me அப்படிங்கிறது I was hit by the ball அப்படிங்கிறோம். ஏன் I was அப்படிங்கிறோம், I am hit by the ballன்னு ஏன் சொல்றது இல்ல? ஏன்னா hit அப்படிங்கிறது இங்க past tense. The ball hit me, past tense, simple past. அப்போ I was hit by the ball. Okay. Third one, Lakshana.
Active. He insisting that I speak to you.
He
Passive.
insists on speaking to you.
He is insisting that I speak to you.
Okay, so this is a case where you cannot die completely, you can convert it into a passive voice. Here it crumbs means it's a small kind of snacks. Okay, breadcrumbs, we can prepare it using bread, and basically it is made out of maida flour only. Okay, it will be a crispy snack. Okay, yeah, so here you can see, yeah, he insists on speaking to you. So you can see that this cannot be directly converted into a passive voice. So we can just write it, he is insisting that I speak to you. This is a special case. Okay. Now the fourth one, let me call Kavini.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
He has solved the mystery. The mystery solved by her.
Okay. She has solved the mystery. Mystery is something that is difficult to be decoded. For example, there are a lot of mysteries around us. People tell that the person, for example, let me take, have you heard of the character Ashwatthama? Ashwatthama in Mahabharatam? I hope yes. Yes. So Ashwatthama was cursed by Lord Krishna that he will never die till the earth ends. In this Kali Yuga, he will be living in a very pathetic state. That was the curse given by Lord Krishna to him. There are also people who have mentioned that Ashwatthama is staying near the Himalayas and all, but it's still a mystery. We don't know whether he is alive or not, because it has been 5,000 years since Mahabharata happened. Okay, so even after 5,000 years, how can a person be alive? We don't know. So that is a mystery. Okay, similarly, in many crime cases and detective cases, there will be a lot of mysteries. So for which a mystery is something for which we cannot find out a quick answer. It requires a lot of efforts to decode the truth. Okay, so here the sentence is she has solved the mystery, and the passive sentence is the mystery was solved by her. Okay, next one. Santoshi.
She likes to dance. She is liked by everyone.
அங்க ஒரு சின்ன ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு. She likes to dance அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து பாசிவ்க்கு சேஞ்ச் பண்ணும்போது டான்ஸ் இஸ் லைக்டு பை ஹர் அப்படின்னு வரணும். Dance is liked by her. Okay, I don't know why they have given like that. It is the wrong answer. நான் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணும்போது பார்த்திருந்தேன்னா okay. Yeah, you can read the next one, Santoshi. Active, passive இருக்கு.
He will win the game. The game will be won by him.
Okay, he will win the game. So this is in simple future. He will win the game. And in passive, you are telling the game will be won by him. So will becomes will be, and V3 form is won. Win, won, won. Okay. Then moving to the next one. Vijayalakshmi, are you there? Vijayalakshmi இருக்கீங்களா? Okay, if not, sir. Yeah, are you there?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Yes, yes. Yeah, யாரா ஒருத்தர் ரீட் பண்ணுங்க, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் ரீட் பண்ணுங்க. They are அது.
ரீட் பண்றது ஒரே நிமிஷம். ரீட் பண்றது அந்நேரத்துல கரெக்டா இது பண்ணுவ தம்பி நீ.
எந்த கிளாஸ் படிக்கிறாங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்?
சொல்லு
6th standard.
கார்த்தி சிசுவராம்
ஓகே
சொல்லு
ஓகே
மேடம். அந்த அது எடுக்கிறதுக்கு எப்படி பாருங்க?
ஓகே பரவாயில்ல. இது ஆக்டிவ் தே ஆர் வாட்சிங் த கேம் அந்த சென்டென்ஸ் தான். தே ஆர் வாட்சிங் த கேம். இட்ஸ் ஓகே. நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ல we will do it. ஓகே
அந்நியாரத்துல இது பண்ணிடணும். அவன் படிக்கிறத எதுவும் படிக்கணும் இது பண்ணணும்.
இட்ஸ் ஓகே.
100 இது சிம்பிளா படிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா வரமாட்டேங்குது இதுவே.
ஓகே ஓகே. Yes, Soundarya, you can read the next one.
Yes, ma'am. Active. They are watching the game. Passive. The game is being watched by them.
Okay, so they are watching the game. The game is being watched by them. So they are watching the game. This is in present continuous tense. The game is being watched by them. So the game is, this is in present continuous tense. So the game is singular. We are using is, and being watched will be the V3 form. Okay, the next one again for Lakshana.
Madam, now he will be read, madam.
Okay, okay. Read பண்ணுங்க.
பண்ணு. எது படிக்கணும் மேடம்?
Yeah, we are repairing the car.
பார். ஆக்டிவ் வாய்ஸ்ல படி.
Yeah.
We are
repairing
the cat.
Cat.
Car.
Car. Passive.
Passive voice படி.
The car is being
repaired
by use.
us.
Okay, good. So we are repairing the car. So this is also in present continuous tense. We are repairing the car. Okay. So when changing into passive, you can see the car is singular. So car is being repaired by us. Repaired was the V3 form. Okay. Now the next one. Soundarya, you can read the next one.
Active. He will be promoted next year. Passive. Next year he will be promoted.
Okay, so this is easy. I think no need of any explanation here. Yes, next one is for Santoshi. Actually, Santoshi, there is a problem. When will you finish the work? Abdinu varanam. Adu active la. You can read the passive.
When will the work be finished by you?
Okay, when will you finish the work? Abdinu varanam. Adu vandu passive la. When will the work be finished by you? Okay. Yes, next is for action.
We are arriving tomorrow. Tomorrow
Okay.
we will arrive.
Okay, but we are arriving tomorrow or tomorrow we will arrive. Inge vandu you can see that we are arriving tomorrow. நாங்க நாளைக்கு arrive பண்றோம். அப்ப இத passive க்கு convert பண்ணும்போது tomorrow we will be arriving அப்படினு வரணும். I don't know why they have again made a mistake. Tomorrow we will be arriving. ஏன்னா present continuous ஆ இருக்கிறது future continuous க்கு மாறும் ஒரு இடம் எத்தும்போது. Okay, next வந்து active. Yes, the last example, I think, yeah, Kavini, you can read it.
Okay, ma'am. The news was reported by him. He reported the news.
That's it. Okay, so this is how some common conversions are being done. In the next class, we will also read some kind of conversions, and also we will learn how to change the tenses from one tense to another tense while converting a sentence from active voice to passive voice. All right. So I hope you understand this class. So any doubts?